near the top of the hour. We want to give you enough time to get those bets in for those primetime games. As what we do here on the drive-thru is give you live free picks on all the primetime games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern time or later, and there's a lot of them today. Let's take a look at our crew for today's show. We got Brian Bitler in the house, as well as Rod Zawacki, Joe Duffy in the center square. Joe, boy, you've been kicking some butt up there.
Yeah, like I said, we gamblers were superstitious. Finally, the calendar changes and things are back to normal. So, I think I got enough bad luck and unders going over and overtime and double overtime last year to last me the next 10 years.
Absolutely. All right. Chris Ruffalo as well, doing well at Pig Dogs. We had Goran and Jeff Jeter to join us here on our Friday crew, our Steak Friday crew, of course, with Rod Zawacki joining us. All right, Chris, go ahead to bring in my co-host. Chris, ready to wrap the week?
This week just flew by. I wasn't expecting to go by this quickly, but you know what? That just means we bring on another week of great content over here at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's get it started
here on the drive-through. All right, let's get this one started and welcome to the show Joe Duffy. We talked about Joe, who's just kicking butt over at Pig Dogs. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, and yeah, it's weird. Chris was saying about the week going along. I looked at the clock like an hour ago. I'm like, it's already 4:30. Whoa, so the day has flown for me. But yeah, things are going much better. I'm doing pretty well.
Absolutely. All right, Joe, you're going to take a look here at this NBA game. Game I like as well here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel has the Nets on the road here facing Memphis Grizzlies. This one shows Brooklyn favorite, but the total's about 218.
Yeah, and what does Joe Duffy say all the time? Use the odds makers' knowledge against them. You listen to what they're telling you. 3 times in the last 5 games, the Nets have had totals in the 240s. The lowest was 225, yet this is 219. And this is a case where we have an angle that essentially says when you have an aberrationally low total relative to the totals in all their recent games, it goes under 178, 85, and 6. That's 67.6%. But I know what people are saying. Hello, Joe Duffy. You do realize that Durant and Irvin are out of this. Kyrie Irvin, they're out of this game. That's why the line, the total has dropped. But yes, it does happen quite often when I have these. Listen to what the odds makers are telling you, or there's a counterintuitive line or a counterintuitive total relative to what we've seen. There are extenuating circumstances, but what this system is saying is they can't really adjust enough because there's still a little bit of reputation involved. And if they made it too low, that then, the public would go crazy on that. So they got to walk that fine line of adjusting, but not over adjusting. So the computer does say that when we have these situations like this, they're not adjusting enough. Also, teams off of wins as underdogs under the specific circumstance that do apply tonight are a very good under bet. At 216, 125, and 12 as Brooklyn beat the Sixers as an underdog. Of course, they were minus those players. That's why they were such a big underdog. And the computer simulation program, one that I use, it's a very good one. And this is one that's not only used for gambling, but also for fantasy sports players. So they input the projected lineup. So this computer simulation was done without those players. They even do a projected box score. So again, without Irvin and Durant in the lineup, a computer program also does say an under. Now, admittedly, it's a slight lean towards the under, but everything says the odds makers are not adjusting enough to this. So the winning pick is to go with Brooklyn and Memphis. And when I sent it to you, it was 219 under. The 219 W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duff here with under in this one, Memphis and Brooklyn. I agree with the play. Memphis without John Morant here, just offensively challenged. We saw that under come in last night against the Cavs, which I think was a gift by the bookmakers. And what say you, Chris, in this one?
Well, this is one I have to agree. I mean, Memphis, normally we think of them as a defense first team to begin with. And now, John Morant not in the lineup, Jaren Jackson Jr. still not in the lineup. There's still a lack of offense there for Memphis. They're only scoring 100 points a game. In today's NBA, that's not a lot. Same thing with Brooklyn. Probably going to rest Irving. Durant's not going to be in the lineup. There's still going to be a lot of pieces missing for Brooklyn as well. So this is a spot where I think the under comes in easily.
All agreement here with Nets and Memphis under the total. All right, Joe. Big weekend coming up. We got a good night tonight in the hoops. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium as we see your numbers here past 7 days approaching 900 units of profit?
Yeah, like I said, it started out great in 2021, and everything continues to go well. In fact, and it's no coincidence, I did get a big list of new systems. I got a big drop of brand new systems, and they've been going very well. 7 NBA winners for tonight, including a pair of wise guys. Just started to enter the NFL for this weekend. We're going to have a bigger day tomorrow as far as the NFL playoffs are concerned, but we'll have big days in basketball Saturday and Sunday. But we're definitely going to have some NFL playoffs and decide in total for Monday night. Here, there's a pretty big game Monday night as well in college football. So make sure you lock in long term.
That's right. Lock in long term with Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. A good time picking one of those 3-day passes. You see the numbers here, past 7 days approaching 900 units of profit. We got a big card from the NBA tonight. We got our NFL playoff action mixed in with NBA and college hoops for Saturday, Sunday. Then, of course, comes Monday. So good time to pick up that 3-day pass, then do the upgrade and go longer. Go with that 30-day pass with Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers there documented over on his profile page. So take a visit. All right, Joe, as always, a great having you on your show. Continue that success. Great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
We'll talk to you. We're back where we belong. Talk next week.
All right, everybody. Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru as we continue on. And Chris Ruffalo, you're up next. You are going to give us this pick here. College Hoops 7 Eastern Time. FIU at Middle Tennessee State. This one on ESPN Plus. FIU going to be laying 2.5 in this one.
Yeah, and this was kind of one that I obviously Tony and I know we had to kind of throw it together on the fly. But you know what, this FIU team, you know, as much as I've bashed them in years past, they're still a pretty good offensive team. I mean, this is an FIU team that's putting up, well, over 85 points per game. And I mean, you could say, okay, there's a lack of competition there, but still, you know, they had back-to-back games against Old Dominion, scored 99 against Georgia Southern in a losing effort. They beat up on Florida Gulf Coast and battled North Florida, Jacksonville State, Central Michigan. So this is a decent Florida International team that hasn't taken anything light this year. You know, Middle Tennessee, you know, beat Murray State in what I think for a lot of us was a surprising result as they handled the Racers easily. But I'm still not sold on Middle Tennessee State, even at home. I think this is a spot where Florida International, just too much of an offensive juggernaut for a team that's only, for Middle Tennessee team, that's only scoring 62.8 points per game, only giving up 64. But I don't think they faced a team that can handle them offensively like FIU can. I'm laying the bucket with FIU in this spot. I think Middle Tennessee's just, you know, I think they're just going to have a hard time tonight, and I like the Panthers to get the job done on the road.
All right, Chris Ruffalo on FIU. The Panthers laying the 2.5 against Middle Tennessee State. All right, Chris, big weekend coming up. We got a big card tonight in hoops. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium as we see your numbers here as we bring them up. Over 1,000 units of profit documented college hoops at Pig Dogs Premium.
Absolutely. You know, we had another winning night last night with the college hoops. Plan on that again tonight. You know, we're crushing it right now. I've got both of my college basketball and my NBA, my fast break, and my I can't even remember the name of the package right now. But you know what? They're still going to put some cash in your pocket tonight. Or guys, you know what? If you don't want to spend, you can't decide between one or the other. For an extra $10, you can get the 3-day pass. That's going to get you all of my college for tonight, tomorrow, heading into Sunday. It's going to get NBA, whatever I put up. It's going to get you the NFL. I already have the NFL for Saturday already locked in. So those are up there for you as well. This is going to be some of your best value on those longer-term passes, 7-day, 30-day. We've got the NHL coming up. That's where we've started to make our money as well. Or on one of those single sports passes. You know, we have the college hoops pass up there. People have already bought that pass, are profiting really well. You can already see that just from the documented numbers. Because everything, all the value is waiting for you, all the cash is waiting for you over at sportschatplace.com, pickdogs.com premium.
That's right, guys. You can see Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium, over 1,000 units of profit. Why not pick up one of those long-term passes? You know, that 3-day pass will get you a lot of action from this week's NFL, playoffs, college football, playoffs, hoops. And then when you get those profits, then upgrade it to the 30-day all sports pass and get every play for 30 days. Probably a good way to do it here. Doing it there in steps. Start off with a 3 or a 7-day pass and jump up to that 30-day pass from Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, we'll continue on with our free picks for today on our show. Reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Now, we get it. Everything started in the morning this weekend. 10 a.m. Eastern Time is the morning show with Mitch. That show's every day. So even on weekends and daily, it's on there. You'll have Mitch. You'll have Chris, you have Rod, Brian Bitler. On the weekend shows, you have Ron Romanelli. So you've got 5 cappers on that show, a lot of NFL coverage. And of course, don't forget Mitch's halftime shows. We had him on yesterday. He committed to giving you the halftime picks for the playoff games. So make sure you have those notifications set for Saturday and Sunday for those halftime picks from Mitch for the NFL playoff weekends. As always, we'd like you to not only subscribe, but also give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate that. That helps us out a lot, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely it does. I mean, it helps, shoot us up the YouTube rankings, help maybe get our content to people who don't know about Pick Dogs, don't know about sports chat plays. But other than that, it just shows us that you guys like what we're doing and, like all the stuff that we're putting out. We're trying to put out the best product for you guys going forward. And you know what? It helps us out a ton. It's right underneath the video feed. You're already listening to us. If you just help us out with that, doesn't cost you a cent, helps us out a bunch. We really appreciate all the support, and we're looking forward to having another great weekend.
That's right, guys. Smash that like button and give us that support. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's take a look at some NBA with Rod Zawacki. Rod, how you doing?
Doing good, Tony. Doing good, Tony. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Steak Friday. I know you got that steak probably grilling in the background here, but we got some business to take care of first. 7:30 Eastern Time. NBA League Pass Channel has Oklahoma City Thunder at the New York Knicks here. With New York laying at 2.5 to 2, total 209.5, but there's something you may be looking a different way.
You look at this game here, and you got, you do, just like you said, the Knicks are everything. You start digging into the numbers. Both teams are definitely not the high end of the offensive scale. Both teams averaging, OKC's averaging about 102 points a game. New York's average. So I think you got a low-scoring affair, so the under might be a pretty good look. But for this one here, I like OKC. OKC's been a cover machine on the road. 3-1 ATS on the road this year. 6-1 ATS the last 7 meetings between. I think they keep it going here on the road. I'm maybe once this young team starts to thrive, I might think about it. But right now, no way. I'm going to take OKC Thunder, beat the Knicks here on Friday night.
Rod Zawacki on Friday says take Oklahoma City Thunder money line plus 120 against the New York Knicks. All right, Chris, what say you? I know one thing we talked about yesterday. I think we talked about off air here when we saw the Knicks were in the minus side. Maybe that was the time to get off the bandwagon. What do you say?
I think that's not the steak here in the background sizzling. I think this is another hot winner sizzling because I love OKC on the money line as well. They're not only 3-1 against the spread on the road this season. That's where all 3 of their wins have come this season. It's out on the road. And I think this is the spot where we kind of made our money with the Thunder last year. It's carried over to this year. Why hop off of that? I'm on the Thunder as well. I think the Knicks are due for a stumble.
So agreement there with Oklahoma City Thunder here, money line plus 120 against the New York Knicks. All right, Rod Zawacki, why don't you let us know what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium. We've got a nice night of hoops, a great weekend of football.
Yep, we got a great night of hoops. I've got my Steak Friday up there. Basketball, NBA. If you want to have $34.95, get you all 5 plays for tonight. Massive opportunity to cash in big. Or grab something long-term. Grab a 3-day pass. You'll get my Steak Friday tonight. You'll get football tomorrow. There's a loaded college hoops card tomorrow. And then you'll get the rest of the plays on Sunday in the NFL.
That's right.
And this is what you're going to get for Steak Friday. So grab something long-term. It's going to be a big, huge winning weekend.
Big winning weekend here from Rod Zawacki. My guy Steak Friday here from Rich Reeves here. Be sure to pick up Rod's packs. You see him as all sports passes over at Pig Dogs Premium. NFL weekend coming up. Of course, that college football playoff game. But tonight, a lot of hoops coverage, NBA and college basketball. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Enjoy that steak, that thick steak for tonight, and we'll talk with you next week.
I will. It's all marinating, ready to go. Just waiting for the wife to get home, and I'll put them on the grill.
Very good. All right, we'll continue on here on I think you might have had your speakers muted there, Chris. So you look all right there. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive. I want to remind you, everybody, that Mitch's morning show is every day. So he's on the weekend. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, be sure to tune in, as we talked about with Mitch, Chris, Rod, Brian Bitler, as well as Ron Romanelli for that big weekend show Saturday and Sunday preceding the NFL playoffs. A lot of NBA, college hoops. So tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time Saturday and Sunday. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-through. And it's time to bring in, Brian Bitler. You hear him in the mornings, and you'll hear him tomorrow as well in the morning. He bookends the show Monday, Friday's appearances. Brian, how you doing?
I got my Ron Romanelli baseball cap on, double R's. So I'm all ready for Ron, my buddy, to join me tomorrow morning. But as far as the day goes, rip roaring, ready to go.
Rip roaring, ready to go. I know you had a good day yesterday. We'll listen to you on the morning show. You always lead it off on that morning show. And tonight you're going to be looking at a Big Ten matchup that's masqueraded with a lot of small conference college hoops. But there is some meat on this bone here. Purdue and Michigan State, 7 Eastern time. Fox 1 has it, with Michigan State laying 5 here, total 141.5. This line is moving all over the place, so you better shot for that best number.
Yeah, this isn't a normal play for me. Normally, I'm not on a heavy public side like Michigan State, but I just really love the way the Spartans. I think they're going to be a team that's going to catch fire towards the meat of their schedule, which is right now. They're playing a Purdue team who is 0-7-2, last 9 against winning teams, and the home team in this series 4-0-1, the last 5 against the spread. And I locked in this morning at 4.5, but really I feel comfortable anything up to 7 around that for Michigan State. I think they win the game by around 10 points tonight. So I'm going to take a public side, back Michigan State. I think they cover tonight.
All right, I agree there with Michigan State -5 against Purdue. Not a big fan of Purdue on the road. Chris, what say you in this one?
I've got to agree from a trend standpoint. Brian nailed it. Purdue just doesn't do well taking a step up in competition. And I think if you're looking for one team to sort of bounce back and get some momentum back for these two, I'll probably take Michigan State at home 95% of the time. So I'll lay the points with Michigan State in this one as well.
All right, agreement there with Michigan State laying the 5 points in this matchup. All right, Brian, big weekend, big night tonight of hoops. Huge weekend. What do you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'm off a 2-0-1 comeback day yesterday, and I got 5 plays for $50 at pickdogs.com. You get 3 college basketball, 2 NBA, and I'm ready to sweep the board tonight. But if you just want one play, check out my President's Choice play, just $30 at pickdogs.com. It's going to be a winner. I got my NFL play up for tomorrow on the early game, so make sure you check that out as well.
All right, check out Pig Dogs Premium for Brian Pitt. You see the numbers in college hoops, or college football. He's doing well in all the sports as well when you check up the leaderboards. And, of course, a good time to get those long-term passes. And his play for tonight, upgrade to that weekend pass. You'll get that coverage from Brian Bitler over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the 3-day, 7-day there. That's a good one to get all of his plays at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. You bookend the show, so you're back Monday.
I'll be on a Monday with my 2 favorite hosts in the radio game, and make sure you guys have a good weekend.
All right, Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Continue on our coverage. Don't forget you can catch Brian as well on the morning show tomorrow, Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, right before the NFL playoffs. It's a good show. A lot of college hoops, NBA, NFL playoffs. Tune in Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the morning show. Let's continue on with our coverage. Now it's time to talk to our friend Jeff Jeter as we're going to look at some college hoops with Jeff. Jeff, how you doing?
Doing well tonight, Tony. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Looking forward to this weekend. It's a lot of good action on the football field and as well as on the basketball court. But you're going to be looking at one tonight, 7 Eastern time. ESPNU will televise this one between North Texas and UTSA. North Texas will be the favorite on the road, laying 6, total about 144.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, don't let North Texas fool you. They're 1-3 ATS on the road, but early on, keep in mind the Mean Green scheduled up and faced Arkansas and Mississippi State out. They're in the SEC. But after that Mississippi State game, they came back, played West Virginia on the road, covered out there in Morgantown. they did lose the game, but hey, that's their one lone road cover of the year. But looking into the numbers with North Texas, they do shoot 39.4% from three, which is 34th in the nation. But the thing of it is, they only take about 20 per game. So, but looking at it a little more deeper, they are very well. They do very well at 48.2% overall shooting, and also the Mean Green. They're very good on the defensive front. They're 16th in Division I right now, only allowing 61.4 points per game, and that's not good news against the UTSA team. That's a UTSA team allowing 84 points a game. They're almost at the bottom, of Division I basketball right now. UTSA failed to cover both their games against Rice here just this past weekend over New Year's, and now they're facing a team. They're only getting 6 points, UTSA that is, against North Texas, and Rice is a better team. So I just see no way else to go but just to go ahead and take the road favorite here and the North Texas Mean Green tonight. I think it's a pretty solid pick here.
All right, Jeff on a solid play here with North Texas laying 6 against UTSA. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, this is one that I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how I missed this one for one of my premium games, because you know what? North Texas, covering machine dating back to last year. UTSA, for whatever reason, they can't buy a cover right now. I think 1-8 against the spread in their last 9. I think this is just an easy game for North Texas. UTSA goes on dry spells a bunch, so I like North Texas as well.
Agreement there with North Texas laying the 6 against UTSA. All right, Jeff, nice night tonight of hoops. Huge weekend of football coming up. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I think I just had my Fast Break Friday just went off here, or is about to. So if you can't pick that up soon, be sure to. You can still get my 3-day pass for the entire weekend. You'll still get 4 of my plays for tonight, as well as all my plays for this weekend, all the way through Sunday. Don't forget that national championship game on Monday night too. So if you can't get it, grab it tonight. Hey, 3-day pass is very, very much in the play for tomorrow. Ton of games tomorrow. I mean, we've got NFL, college basketball, huge card, and it's a pretty sizable amount of games with the NBA here coming up, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday as well. So great time to hop on one of those long-term passes. Don't miss out on it. Big value involved with them, and we're gonna win this weekend.
That's right. Check out Jeff Jeter over at Pig Dogs Premium. That 3-day pass is great. Take advantage of the value here. You got the football weekend, Saturday, Sunday, the Monday games, all the hoops coverage this weekend. And then, of course, you get those profits and upgrade to that 30-day. So start it off with a 3-day with Jeff Jeter over at Pig Dogs Premium. Huge weekend of football and hoops coming up. All right, Jeff, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
All right.
All right, everybody, Jeff Jeter here on the drive-thru. As we'll continue on, it's time for our soccer segment here. We do have another pick coming up in college hoops, but first we're going to bring in Goran. Goran, how are you today?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm doing good. It's finally Friday, so.
Finally Friday. It's finally, we got to you and Chris Ruffalo. Now you're going away from the EPL here, looking at, is this Bundesliga here with Leipzig and Dortmund?
Yeah, EPL is taking a break this weekend. They're playing the FA Cup, and I always try to avoid that because you don't know who's playing, who's winning, and stuff like that. Those lower division teams are quite dangerous in this competition. So.
All right, they are. So you're going to take a look here at this this matchup between Leipzig and Dortmund here, and I think you're looking at a total one for both teams to score.
Yeah, we have Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund playing in the biggest game of the weekend in Bundesliga, and this is a great chance for Leipzig to take over the top because Bayern lost today to Borussia Mönchengladbach in quite an exciting game, and Leipzig has been undefeated in their last 9 games. They still haven't lost a home game this season. But what bothers me here in this matchup is that they failed to beat Borussia Dortmund at home in their last 3 games. And they do have a few injuries, but none of those players are the players that we usually start the game. So Borussia is still looking their game under the new head coach, and they have 2 wins in a row, but those were kind of the weaker teams. And I would take a look at Leipzig here, but I'm going to stick to goals in this one, over 2.5 and both teams to score.
All right, you get the pick there from Goran in this one. In this matchup, we've got Leipzig and Dortmund over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. Both of these have to come in. Your return minus 105 odds. All right, Chris, what say you?
I can't disagree. I mean, this is a star-studded matchup to cap the week in Bundesliga, and this is going to be a big test to see if Leipzig can take over the top spot. I like this play, but I mean, I went for a little bit more of a long shot value pick. I actually went for the draw and for both teams to score just because of what Goran said. Leipzig struggled to beat Dortmund at home, and I think this is going to be competitive. So I took the draw on both teams to score at plus 325. But I could also see a 2-2 game here, so both plays could come in with this.
All right, agreement there here with Chris and Goran here in the Bundesliga. All right, Goran, weekend action coming up in European soccer. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
So there is a 3-day and 7-day packs up there already, and there's another probably 7-game pack for tomorrow with the works already, and the season pack is up there. And as usual, a lot of free content that Sport Chat plays every weekend and during the week. Whenever we have games, there's a lot of free articles up there.
That's right. You can check out Goran's work over at Sports Chat Plays. He writes a lot of the soccer picks and our articles there for the big matchups. But if you want to step up, get the premium plays, you can pick up one of his 3-day and 7-day pass over at Pig Dogs Premium and get on board with Goran and his European soccer. All right, Goran, as always, great having you on the show. Continue your success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, everybody, Goran Kukar here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on. We still have another college hoops pick to come. And don't forget, at the end of the show, if you happen to tune in late, we're going to recap every pick of the show. None of the games have started yet. You have plenty of time to get down on these. We'll leave you plenty of time to get down on them as well. So be sure to tune in at the end of the show, and we will recap all the plays. Now it's time for yours truly with my pick for today's show, and it's going to be from college hoops, which begins top of the hour between Cleveland State and Northern Kentucky. And I'm going to go ahead and take Cleveland State, laying the 2 here. Why not? The Vikings have covered 6 straight, and against the Horizon Conference, they're shooting the ball well, 50%, while holding the teams to 41%. Now, I do respect Northern Kentucky, but they're not shooting the ball as well as, I'm sorry, they're not defending as well on the road, allowing 53% shooting, but making only 41% from the floor. I'm gonna look here at this Vikings team who's been really strong offensively and defensively around the bucket in conference. Northern Kentucky's been poor at the 3-point line, free throw line, and they do a poor job on the defensive glass. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the 2 here with Cleveland State. What say you on this one, Chris?
Tony, you know as well as I do off the air. I was kind of cursing your name for taking this one off my plate because this is another play I really like. I love Cleveland State here. This is just, like you said, Cleveland State's just on a roll right now. Northern Kentucky was the class of the Horizon League when they first came up to D1, and they were killing that conference. Taken a step back in the last couple years, and it hasn't really gotten any better. And I think Cleveland State far exceeding expectations for what they had coming into the year right now. I like them to keep it going here with a win and a cover against Northern Kentucky.
So agreement here with Cleveland State laying the 2. Guys, you can check out Pig Dogs Premium for my three pick pass for tonight, or pick up that long-term pass. I got a 7 and 30-day pass up there. You can also get a 3-day pass. Get my weekend stuff. NFL, of course, the big football game on Monday, the championship game from college football, as well as a lot of hoops coverage over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue here on the show. As promised, it's time to recap the picks from today's show. None of the games have started. Plenty of time to get those bets in. Let's get started here. All right, Jeff Jeter will join us in this segment. It began here with Joe Duffy. He was on the Nets and Grizzlies under 218. Chris Ruffalo, FIU minus 2.5 against Middle Tennessee State. Rod Zawacki, OKC Thunder, the money line, plus 120 odds against the Knicks. Brian Bitler, Michigan State minus 5 against Purdue. Shop for the best number on that game. Line has been moving. Jeff Jeter was on North Texas, minus 6 against UTSA. Goran, we're going into his soccer play from the Bundesliga. Leipzig on Dortmund, over 2.5 goals, and both teams to score. So both of those things have to come in. The return minus 105 odds. Yours truly was on Cleveland State minus 2 against Northern Kentucky. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, Tony, at least you and I are going to go out together on this at the end of the week. I like Cleveland State minus the 2 against Northern Kentucky.
All right, we'll go and ask Jeff Jeter. Other than your pick, Jeff, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I love that Thunder money line that Rod came with here this evening. So definitely going to be exercising that one.
All right, yeah, I like that one. I really like the play from Joe with Nets Grizzlies under 218. The Grizzlies, I've been going under with them since Morant came out. Had them under last night against the Cav game, and they're just offensively challenged. They just can't. They had trouble shooting the ball with Morant, and they're going to be worse without him. And we're seeing the results here right now. So I'm with Joe Duffy here, under 218. And why not? Joe's been killing it over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Jeff, have yourself a great weekend, and you too, Chris. And don't forget the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got to check this one out because it's NFL playoff weekend, right? You got to tune in at 10 a.m. Eastern time, both Saturday and Sunday. It'll be Mitch, it'll be Chris, Rod, Brian Bitler, and Ron Romanelli will be in for the weekend show. 5 of the big cappers here from Pig Dogs to preview the action for Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Huge cards, NFL, NBA, college hoops. Tune in Saturday, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, the drive-thru, we're back on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's bring in the crew from today's show. Let's give everyone a good wave goodbye. Of course, Brian gives us the finger as he does every night. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys next week. And don't forget, we've got the birdcage from Rod Zawacki, Thunder, Kings, Warriors. Is he shaking? It looks confident to me. It's still, right? That's a really confident pick there from Rod Zawacki. So he's not shaking the birdcage. So when that birdcage doesn't shake and it's still, he's confident. All right, so there's your plays, guys.